all blocked out. I got it all blocked out. The boys to the exit. The bitches to the exit. Every motherfucking exit. You
Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dipshits Podcast. 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 Welcome to Season 4 of the Dumbfounded Dipshits Podcast, Revenge of the Dipshits. That's the whole entire name of this season apparently now, and this is the first episode.
Revenge of the Dipshits, Season 4, Revenge of the Dipshits. So that's for this whole year. It's weird how that happens this way, that we end up going, like, just involuntarily going into hiatus at the same time every year. Because I'm pretty sure, like, the first iteration of Dipshits was COVID lockdown, right?
Yeah, well, the first time that was the beginning of the Dipshits, wasn't it? Or the
yes,
stuff? It was,
which would be around this time of year.
Yeah. Can't see it. Damn it!
Sticky. It's sticky. It looks like a booger.
It is basically a booger of hash.
It looks like a booger on the end of a Coke spoon.
It's a booger of hashish. Blah blah. I can't talk hash. It's not even hashish. It's rosin, but still.
Cheers, Dipshits. I'm having a little bit of bourbon on a Sunday evening. So
bourbon on a Sunday evening.
Yeah.
One scotch, one bourbon, and one beer. That's not even how the song goes, is it?
I think it is. And every time I hear that shit, it makes me want to throw up. Like, I definitely, like, if I'm like, because scotch sort of already puts me off. But I can't, like, do back in the day shit, like drink a shot and drink a beer immediately afterwards.
I went to go hit my microphone as if it was my bong. Did you see that? It wasn't there.
So what's new, Mike? What's going on in your world?
Well,
I need an inhaler after that hit. Damn. Is that more harsh than fucking regular, like, wax or
well,
or butter or shatter or whatever you young cats call it?
live rosin is top tier. It's the smoothest, cleanest shit you'll have. It's not like if you do a dab of like some fucking old school shatter, you'll get wrecked. You'll be in outer space. Mm-hmm. But it's not a clean high. It's not like a good, you know what I mean? Yeah. This stuff is a very clean kind of high, and it's very pure, and like it looks like fucking, you know, kind of like heroin, I guess. But you know, it's not.
It looks pretty potent. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like it's fucking potent too.
This is called Peanut Butter Runts, and Jesus, is it strong?
I really think in the weed market, a big selling point is to have like an awesome food name for your weed, because that sells. Because I think I've even told you this. I find myself buying more often the things that are named after like desserts.
Yeah, so I had many choices, and Peanut Butter Runts stood out. There was also a Dosey Sour, and I'm like, I like Dosey Dough. It's a good strain. I like Sour Diesel. It's a fucking great strain. But Peanut Butter Runts, and I'm holding them both in my hand, and the way I figured out which one to get, I put them behind my back and spun them around a couple of times and picked one up. And it was the Dosey Sour. And I was like, oh, shit. But I really wanted the peanut butter. So my friend goes, all right, then takes that from me and goes, now you got the peanut butter.
You ever think, like, you know how like they make hybrids and stuff like that and cross strains and all this to get different personality traits from different plants to do different things to make you feel different. So you would like, and presumably could crossbreed two strains to get something that's super, like, gets you super high.
Yeah,
right? like fit on clouds. Now, what if
Hello,
they gave you like the strain equivalent, of crossing strains of the, like, okay, now imagine you smoke weed and what's the worst feelings you could get from weed, and only that and that's all that happens to you is like the bad shit from weed.
That doesn't sound very fun.
No, it's not supposed to be fun. But I'm saying, like, what if we lived in a world where somebody was just trying to make a strain of that made you feel the most horrible?
What about them? That'd be horrible. I don't understand.
Saying,
Imagine smoking that while driving. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but as a challenge, like smoking it is a challenge.
Well, sometimes sometimes it is a challenge. Like when we go places and I eat edibles, people don't understand. It's not necessarily so I can not like it does enhance the enjoyment of the event. It does. Like if I go to UFC fights, it does enhance the enjoyment of the event.
Yeah.
However, it does make it more of a challenge to get through the event. If that makes sense.
Okay, well, all right.
Because you're also fighting it. You're fighting the feelings of being stoned while you're fucked up on edibles.
That's like at a movie. It always happens at a movie theater. Like
I just fall asleep. I just fall asleep.
Yeah, but you're fighting it before.
No, I never fight it. I just fight it. Dude.
No, I fight it. I fight it all the fucking time.
Okay.
And I just recently went because it's the 45th anniversary of Alien, and I went to a re-release with P, and I ate, I think, it was like a strong 100 milligram edible. And literally at the end, even though I know what happens and I know I need to stay awake for this part, that's the only thing that was keeping me awake is that I was able to battle it because I knew what part was coming up next. If I was just seeing the movie for the first time, I would have been sleeping halfway through the second act.
So I saw, what did I see with you?
A Marvel movie, maybe?
Okay, I don't think you came. Maybe you did come with me and Lou when we saw Thor, The Dark World, not the second Thor movie. No, maybe not. Maybe not.
No, I think I went to see Dark World with I think I went with my brother and my nephew.
I went to sleep during Dark World or the Thor 2. Fell asleep out cold. The grocery store animation Seth Rogen movie.
The Sausage Party.
Slept through that. Borat. Slept through that. That's all. That takes it way back.
You slept through fucking Borat?
Yeah, it was horrible. The movie was utter trash.
You didn't like Borat when it came out?
No, trash. I slept through, I think, every Star Wars movie I saw with you in theaters. I slept through. Like I think I saw the Han Solo movie with you.
Yeah, I think it was Han Solo and another one. Yeah.
I did not sleep through that. I actually enjoyed that.
Because of the chase scenes, it was loud. It was a loud movie.
I guess. But I also see. I don't want to talk about Star Wars, but I like the original 3.
Okay.
I like Rogue One. I like the Han Solo story or whatever it's called. But that's really it.
A lot of people didn't like that one.
And The Mandalorian. I love The Mandalorian's awesome.
Yeah, the TV show is awesome. The reason why the TV show is awesome is because they make it a lot like a country western.
Mm-hmm.
More than it is like it is sci-fi. It is sci-fi.
Well, that's what the original Star Wars is kind of like space cowboys.
It's supposed to be space cowboys.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be what Star Wars is supposed to be is literally in a blender. You take Lord of the Rings, you take like the good, the bad, and the ugly. You take the seven. What's the Seven Samurai? What's the name of that famous samurai movie with the seven? It's called the Seven Samurai.
I think it's called the Seven Samurai.
Yeah, and and a couple other movies. You throw them all into the blender, and that's how you make Star Wars. Oh, you take Star Trek or what's that one? The Flash Gordon. I think Flash
Gordon.
Yeah. And then you get Star Wars. That's it.
All right. What's this that you sent me? Let's see what this is.
I forgot I sent this to you so long ago.
John Kennedy, the most ridiculous flight in the United States.
So check it. This is quite possibly the stupidest flight in America. Check it. So this is a JetBlue flight. It started in LaGuardia and it went up to the Bronx or whatever, and then it does a loop all the way around to Long Island. I don't know why. Look, it says 52 miles, 22 minutes. It's a JetBlue flight, and then it does this stupid circle loop around. It's going from New York to New York.
So right off the bat, I want to say something. He's not from New York, nor does he drive in New York. Because had he done either of those things, when it said on the top of the screen, 52 miles and 22 minutes, I said, in New York, it takes about a minute to go a mile. So if I was driving that would take me 52 minutes in traffic to get there. He got there faster by taking that flight for 22 minutes.
Yes. And how long would it take you? Let's just say when this thing took flight at that time to get on the Van Wyck to get from LaGuardia to JFK, it would take you double that time, double the 20 some odd minutes. Yeah.
Yes. Hold on.
Due to the position of the runways, the flight needs to be a little distance from the airport to align with the landing strip.
Yes, that makes sense.
Why is that even what? Why does this flight even exist?
Okay.
It's such a waste of time,
see.
energy, and resources.
That's the Van.
Like,
That's
you would
the
have to be.
Wyck.
Look at that.
Seinfeld specifically says you don't go on the Van Wyck.
You could just take that highway to go from.
He's pointing to the Van Wyck.
Yes.
He's pointing.
You don't want to get on the highway.
Oh my god, dude! He's not even pointing. That is the Van Wyck.
It's not. It's recently it's so bad. I've seen it worse.
Hold
on.
I live not far from from LaGuardia. I'm not right by LaGuardia, but I'm not far from LaGuardia. Let's see how long it'll take to get to JFK right now. And we keep in mind this is not during rush hour.
Also, do you see my comment on the side? I pretty much said that. Oh, you scrolled past it. It was
It's right there on top.
Oh, yeah.
On our screen, we see it. You don't see it? It's right there.
No. Yeah.
How do you not see it? It's above your head.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I see it. Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, right now it'll take me 22 minutes, so it's about the same time as the flight, and that's not during rush hour with no traffic. But the problem is, if you run into traffic on the runway where you take off from, it ends up becoming a disaster.
Hey, let's just say you do that at 3:00 in the afternoon Wednesday. It's not 22 minutes. Oh wait, but hold on a second. Now wait, go back to that.
I'm going back.
Yeah. This is debunked. These flights are test flights that they take from LaGuardia to JFK. It's just a routine route that they run. So it's not a commuter. There's no passengers on that flight. Just so you know, I Googled it afterwards, and pretty much it's just they're called They have like a special name. They're called like the word isn't solo flight or whatever, but there's like some sort of name flight, and they use this as like some sort of a training, or it's their testing something out. So this guy's bugging out for absolutely no fucking reason. This is just a maintenance run.
Or what this guy says is, hi, or is this a girl? I don't know. Hi, air traffic control here. It's probably a ferry flight. JetBlue basically needs a plane in JFK, or more like it doesn't want to leave this plane in LaGuardia, so they send it over. They fly it empty.
Yeah, this is like a routine thing that they do, and they do this all the time.
All right,
nobody's trying to get, like, maybe somebody stows away on that and tries to get a quick flight to JFK from LaGuardia, but it's not like you could buy a ticket and do that.
Weird. You can take a plane to Syracuse, can't you? But that's much further.
Yeah.
So in 1985, the year I was born, physicist Galen, is that how you say that? Galen, yeah, Windsor ate radioactive uranium to prove it's harmless. Let me guess, did he die of cancer?
I think it was not nice how he died. I'm not sure if it was right away or how long.
In the hand, and that's radioactive contamination. Is it radioactive? Yeah, it is. Very radioactive. Do I qualify as a controlled drain? That material that I just ate is not soluble in body fluids. You pour it out in the hand.
All right, so I can't find his death listed anywhere and how he died.
Which means he's going to shit it out. So wait, you put in Galen Windsor and nothing came up?
Nothing. Well, no, things came up, but there's no. Where's the cause of death? And I can't find anything.
It'll say when he died, but it won't say how he died.
No, it doesn't even say when he died.
So this guy's still alive
I don't know.
with a fucking rock of uranium lodged in his colon. That's just like radioactively decaying. Did you Google when did Glenn Windsor die?
There's no like Wikipedia for this guy or anything. What the fuck?
Wow, maybe it's fake. It's fake. Galen Windsor is not a real person. I feel like that's a thing.
This is AI. This is like not real.
Conspiracy theory? Do you want to hear conspiracy theory?
This came out in 2020, so it's not old as old as it looks. Talk show. Galen Windsor's a nuclear physicist. Let me move us out of the way so we can see this better.
I have a theory, right? That a lot of, like there are going to be even now, like not that there aren't a lot already, but there will be more of these like fake hype stories.
Well, something very
and people who don't exist. Like you find it out real quick that this is fake because you try to Google something and there's not a stitch of info about a person. It was like there's no way that this person was written out of history, and you know what I mean. It's obviously fake.
So that is from a podcast, but something a recent guest on Joe Rogan said kind of bugged me a little bit. And it was Jim Norton. And
what did Jim Norton say that grinded your gears?
It didn't grind my gears. It bugged me out. It was, Joe Rogan said, if we don't learn, he brings up AI and he's like, we got to worry about AI and blah, 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 blah. And Jim's like, I'm not worried. He goes, what do you mean you're not worried? He goes, look, it's already happened. We just haven't seen it yet. We already know it's happened. And then when you see things like this and you're like, this is AI or fake, you don't know what's real or fake anymore. But then you start thinking, when did that stop? When did that start happening? Did it just start happening the last 10 years? Or did it start happening 20 years ago? Or did it start, or did it start happening 50 years ago or 100 years ago? What the fuck?
Where does the seam start? That's what I'm saying. Like, is it seamless? Is it completely seamless? There's no transition? Like, there's no step up? Like, you know what I mean? Did it happen so smooth that with razor sharp precision that it infiltrated into human society?
We wouldn't know. Like, what do you remember? I remember movies. I don't remember black and white television. I wasn't. My grandmother would remember that, but like we don't know when the veil began.
Yeah.
We don't know what's real and what's not anymore. That's fucking scary.
Well, where does the seam start, or have we got overlapped? Are we that deep into it? And maybe we are, because the thing is, there wasn't any Mandela effect in the 1980s. Nobody was talking about deja vu.
But
People were saying deja vu, but nothing on a major scale. Nobody was talking anything that like where there was newspaper headlines that people were remembering differently in the 80s from the 40s. But we're remembering headlines and shit like that from the 80s now in the 2020s.
Hiddleston, so you found that on Reddit. So I found it on Reddit as well, but I don't trust Reddit as a source unless it has an actual article connected to it that's an actual source. So someone writing something on Reddit not meaninglessly, but without foundation is hard to trust.
There's no merit on Reddit.
Is there an article attached to it?
Is Reddit meritless? It is meritless, would you say?
Well, no, I found
some interesting information on Reddit.
No, I just.
Yeah, have you heard any new good conspiracies lately?
Joe Rogan had a guy that thinks the moon landing is fake on recently, and
there's a lot of that.
Well, did you watch that episode?
No, I didn't watch that one.
Okay.
But, yeah.
It
Anything new? Anything new? Did he shed any other new light besides any of the other fake moon landing stuff?
I can say for a fact that we know officially, for a fact, that certain aspects of the footage they showed us was actually fake.
I think it's possible that they could not get the footage that they wanted to on the moon surface.
That's
So
the
they
argument that Joe Rogan
the
said.
fake stuff. They used the fake stuff instead.
That's the argument that Joe Rogan states. He goes, listen, they say they had to enhance. Who's to say they didn't have to enhance it or fake the footage, because they went through, a standard X-ray machine destroys 35 millimeter film in a camera. If they have to go into space with the radiation there, it could destroy. And at that point in time, there was no video; it was all film cameras still, either 8 millimeter, 35 millimeter.
Yeah,
I think that was it at the time.
not
Might have
let's
been
get
something
like
in
these
between that.
like,
14 millimeter. I almost forgot about 14 millimeter.
lead case cameras or some shit. But I don't know. That sounds very heavy, even for the moon. You know what I mean? Just saying.
I'm still finding like weird articles about him, but it's not something I would trust. Where's about the author? Author is not him; it's someone else. Okay.
I wouldn't fucking trust eating uranium either way, because you remember those ladies that were, I don't know, they lost their jaw. They had some horrible fucking mouth cancer
Because they were making the jewelry with
the jewelry,
and
they were
other things.
licking their thumb every time they fucking did
Their
something,
head is missing.
and they got
I'm back
radium.
again, guys.
I think that was just radium.
By the way, the Fallout show is incredible.
Digging it? You liking it?
I finished it 3 times, twice. I'll still watch it again, all through, over and over. Every time I watch it, I find something I missed.
Nice.
So when people say the subways in New York are too overcrowded and they hate them and they need to redo them, they're just spoiled because some people do this. I like how the people are like, yeah, well, wait. Yeah. Like, look, they come right back up on the other side. Wow, this comment right here is where'd it go?
Fucking
Right
dangerous.
here. Right here.
Bro.
No.
I
finished it twice. I said 3 times, but that was incorrect. It was twice. That's why I said I finished it 3 times. No, twice. Twice. Sorry, I talked too fast.
That's 6 times. If you finish it 3 times twice, that's 6 times.
No, I don't.
Never taken a train in India. That's it.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure for the people that have money, you take a beautiful, elegant stroll.
Do you think there's like Lux trains or some shit that you could take instead of that? I think you'd rather just fly if you could afford it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure there's other things to travel, other ways to travel for those who have a lot of money. So I don't watch these things, and I don't know where this is going, but I just see I'm not about
wrestling clips, old school wrestling clips for the win every time. It was a wild time back in the 80s.
You know, I did not see UFC 1 live, but I did see UFC 4 or 5 or maybe 2, I don't know, but live because my grandfather is the one who introduced me to UFC. And that was before Dana White even owned it. And
yeah.
Everybody
who was into
and the same thing with this. I used to watch the Mike Tyson fights and all the WWF, WCW, WWE, whatever they were fucking called.
Back in the day, there was always somebody in somebody's circle of friends, like even my stepdad, everybody had somebody who was just ordering all the pay-per-views.
Well, we had the box.
All the time.
We had to order it. We had the box. I grew up never not having the box. You always had the box.
And everybody went to that person's house because they had the fights on. They had the wrestling on. And it was the same kind of spectacle, UFC back
and
in
if you're too young to know what the box is. It's a box you plugged into your cable box before it got sent out a signal, and basically it was a device that made you could watch anything, every channel. You had everything, whatever, nothing you paid for though. Like you had all the pay-per-views.
It was a jailbroken cable box.
Yeah, at that time it was basically what a Fire Stick is right now.
I'm not about to lay down on my back and let someone cover me.
I thank you very much.
I'm not about to lay down on my back and let someone cover me.
I'm going to come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. Just you and I getting it on like two men should do.
I'm going to come on you like nobody's ever came on. Did he just say like that? Wow. And this is more recent.
I'm coming for you, boy.
All right, it's not as gay.
I'm coming hard.
Okay, that's
Tully Blanchard.
You got to give it a second.
I want you, and I'm going to get you. I'm going to have you. I'm going to get to touch your body.
I am sick.
Yeah, but you have to get the reference to it, like
Or the context.
The context, yes.
It's still pretty sexual though.
Like, yeah, but like imagine Ryan Gordon going like, I'm gonna grab you, I'm gonna touch you. You think I'm not gonna touch you, but I'm gonna touch you. Like if a boxer says, you think I'm not gonna touch you, I'm gonna touch you. It's a very different.
It's still pretty sexually aggressive.
Tired of playing around with kids. I'm here
I'm tired of playing around with kids.
to get on with the big boys. I'm gonna ride cold and hard. Chris Kelly, I tell you what. When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens.
If a white person said that, it would be considered cultural appropriation or whatever nonsense or racism. But
because I'm gonna stretch his ass.
Live event, buddy. Live event.
did he misspeak or?
Like it's never been stretched before.
After I beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs, I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
I think a lot of them are what you just said, like they're like a misspeak. But some of them, I don't know.
All right, this shit is driving me nuts. I'm turning off my TV. No one's watching it. It's just playing the show Justified in the background.
Oh, just a loop?
Yes. Well, not loop. It's going through the show. Like.
So you're going to throw your shoe at it, at the TV screen?
No, I'm going to go turn it off as I play the next video. I'm going to miss it, though. And then everyone says, why didn't you shoot? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I want to see this one. Hold on.
Yeah. This one's pretty sick.
All right, what's going on here? Cars driving. Is he being followed or something? I don't know. It's a sports car.
The fucking Ferrari or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a car in the background. See that person? There's like a little person.
Mm-hmm.
Guy comes out with his AR.
Wow.
With his sights up. He didn't shoot him, though.
Wow.
Didn't shoot him. He didn't shoot him. That's tempting. Because the thing is, legally, he did the right thing. The guy's back was turned and he was unarmed. If you shot that guy on your property,
You're going to jail.
You're going to go to jail. Yo, that's a bad.
That's a wow. Wow.
That's the payoff at the end of that fucking video. Do you see the gun that he's holding? Mm-hmm. It's a 50 caliber rifle.
You're gonna shoot that guy in half.
That shoots a bullet that big.
It's gonna shoot that. Okay, I gotta turn the show off. It's distracting me. It's too loud.
That gun isn't a pop or a pow or a bang. That's a boom. If he hit that, okay, just to give you a little bit of perspective on how big this bullet is and how fast that bullet is traveling. That bullet
is fucking freezing in here.
That bullet, a shot out of that gun, even if it doesn't hit the target, just grazing past creates enough force to blow a hole through the flesh that it passes by. The concussive
rip off,
force,
yes. It
the
can kill you.
concussive force can kill you. There are people that are taken out with headshots from that rifle that the bullet passes within 6 inches of the head and the force blows the head apart.
All right, is this going to be bad?
I don't know. I don't remember what I said. I sent you a lot of stuff over the last couple of weeks.
All right, what's happening here? All right. Oh. He broke his neck. He absolutely broke his neck.
You think so? Was that him making that noise?
Yes, he broke his neck.
That was him making that noise.
He absolutely broke his neck. He absolutely broke his neck. He can't move his arms and legs. Listen to the crack.
Wow.
He absolutely broke his neck.
You think that's a forever injury? That's a forever injury, right?
I think. Hold on. Let's see. A comment says, "The man you see was Joseph Monroe." Let's see. And now we look it up. He's paralyzed. Okay, Joseph Monroe.
So that's crazy. Like, so you don't twitch or nothing after you become paralyzed? Like, there's no involuntary reaction to that? It just shuts off?
Yeah, you lose connection to your nerves.
I got you. But you chop a chicken's head off and it goes running. That's all I'm saying. You can figure out the rest.
I think he died.
Yo, he died? Damn.
Where's the screen I was at? Oh, wait. Here, you can see what I'm seeing.
He died from that neck break? That's crazy.
I think so. That's not him. Huh. Maybe I've been misled by the comments.
Maybe it's another bot. Maybe this didn't really happen. God damn. Oof. Fuck, bro. But the way he flopped, it looked like, I don't know.
Moving on. Did you know you can die from rotting potato fumes? Did you know you can get food poisoning from the dark on the potato or green? You're supposed to cut the green out or any dark spots out because that's actually a poisonous.
It's like a fungus or something like that.
It's not a fungus though. It contains cytokines or the thing that's in kale as well. Like kale, you actually shouldn't eat a lot of kale because kale hurts you more than it's not.
It gives me diarrhea, kale.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
Kale will give me explosive shits.
Hey, Dirk, what's a private aviation fun fact?
When you take a shit in the bathroom of an airplane, the pilots can smell it.
Why?
Because it's a safety feature where all of the smell and airflow from the back shitter goes to the pilot in case the airplane's on fire and they can smell smoke.
Is that it?
It's a pretty good one, I think.
Wait, is that true? Is that true?
For some reason, I trust this guy. I fucking trust this guy. I don't know why, but I feel like I could trust this guy's word on that.
Someone wrote bullshit. That's why they have smoke detectors, dumbass.
Thank you. Hey, Dirk, what's a private aviation fun fact?
When you take a shit in the bathroom.
One of the comments said this. That's why there's never a Taco Bell in an airport. Speaking of which, I just want to say I had Taco Bell 2 days in a row.
I haven't done that in a long time. Taco Bell 2 days. I've done it recently, but I've only done it one day. I can't do Taco Bell 2 days in a row. Oh, so since you've been gone, a lot of shit has gone down, right? There's a Deadpool trailer, right? And then this shit happened. What was this? There was some
Wait. It's just floating there.
There was some massive thing floating off the coast of Africa like a week and a half ago.
Underwater, not under the water.
Yes.
Why does it say it's an Antarctic anomaly if it's right here now?
If you look at it on the globe, it's actually coming from that direction, from Antarctica, going up the Atlantic. Do you think there was like a ship that like fucking left?
I don't know.
Like our atmosphere or some shit? I think those noises were added, but I don't know.
Absolutely added.
I don't know if like the planet had a fart bubble that just traveled up from Antarctica or some shit, but
yo, what do you sound me, man? What?
Atomic. Ooh. Bro.
Really, bro? You can't figure that out?
Was this self-induced?
He can't.
Or did a bully do this?
See, his biggest problem is his feet aren't in front of him. You gotta get your feet in front of you. You gotta get higher up, and he keeps sliding down the fucking sign, which is a problem.
It's a predicament.
Damn.
It's definitely like a position that I don't think naturally anybody has the ability to get them out of themselves quick enough.
He just casually.
That's it. My underwear is in my pancreas. My balls are now in my lungs.
What are you wishing? Are you trying to rip your underwear, dude? I feel bad for him.
Those are some strong ass underwears, dude.
Dude, I don't know, but I'm saying you. That's what you did. You should have from the beginning. Oh, you fucking sucker! You fuckers.
There should be a commercial for this underwear. It's like if it's a Hanes, it should be a fucking Hanes commercial. We got underwears, the toughest underwears, and it's just be a dude hanging from a fucking from a fence pole.
All right, I don't know what I'm looking at, but let's see. Okay. This is definitely China. It's got to be China.
It's somewhere in Asia.
No, well, I'm thinking the firework thing is. Well, what's he doing? I don't know if you guys out there in the world noticed it, but he was swinging it, and while he was swinging it, it was all good. You're good. It's swinging it. Then he wrapped it around his body, almost. It looked like his neck, right?
When he caught his neck, it was done.
And basically, he's wearing more of them around his neck, and fire spreads to other flammable things. And
I could have sworn this is the guy outside the Trump courthouse while Trump was in court the other day, but I fucked that one up.
See, at first I didn't understand what happened just a second ago, and then my brain computed it. But then I could see from the beginning he has like 7 of them around his neck. And look, you're good. That's
he clearly had a plan, but that plan did not come to fruition very soon after it got caught around his neck, and then But like I said before, I was like, this is how the guy lit himself on fire outside of the court building while Trump was inside. That wasn't funny. You don't think guys lighting themselves on fire is funny, Mike? Or are you
No,
just
because it always
listening?
reminds me about the monk who burned himself alive in protest to Vietnam.
Yeah, but this guy did it in protest of I don't know what. I think he was a conspiracy theorist who was just like batshit crazy and lit himself on fire. He died.
Is this real? Is this real?
I don't know, Mike. Is it verified?
That's as far as it goes on video. I'm taking the video of it. I don't know.
That's a lot. That looks like a lot.
Goes like
This shit wasn't on the news down here.
What is going on? Do you see that?
I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know.
This is supposed to be Florida. Let's see if UFO South.
I just like watching videos. There are, like in Homestead, there's military base,
Also in the news now, a lot of South Floridians spotting a strange sight in the sky. And no, it's not aliens, but it is something that's pretty out of this world. 7's Alex Browning is live in Miami
It's not
to
aliens,
explain.
though.
Alex, what's going on?
In the what room in North Bay
Oh,
Village.
fuck the weather.
This is what
This is not what we just watched. So I'm gonna go with that video. It's fake as fuck.
Maybe bullshit. Maybe bullshit.
Moving on from the bullshit. What's this?
Phenomenal conspiracy that I heard over the weekend.
Oh,
from the
okay.
good folks over there at Ninjas of Butterflies. They came to the show in Jacksonville, man. Fire. We were chopping it up backstage in the green room. I get them all sitting down. I'm like, I need some heat. Don't give me these like B or C level conspiracies. I need the number one shit right now. He goes, okay, you've been hearing a lot about the Boeing planes falling apart, doors falling off, the planes aren't working, the whistleblower that might have got murked. And the public has been almost desensitized to Boeing planes falling apart. When I'm in a plane flying right now, I'm like, is this Boeing? Like, I'm concerned. And if a Boeing plane does fall apart, that wouldn't blow my mind. Well, you know whose jet happens to be a Boeing? Take a wild guess.
I don't. Trump?
That's how they get them out of here.
Wow.
It seems like a lot of hype for the airline, right? And, a lot of hype with that, and they haven't taken, that big of a hit that you'd think in the stock market. So somebody's got to be protecting them. Obviously, you have to because you cannot have a company like Boeing going under. But
Someone in the comments made a good point. Trump's plane was built in the 80s. It doesn't have the same mechanics as the current planes that are defaulted or
Yeah,
faulty
pretty much.
or whatever.
yeah. But, setting up the blame is still setting up the blame. So get you thinking, this is fucking crazy. This is nuts.
Why is it nuts?
No. What I'm saying is like, why? Okay. This is what's nuts. The distance between the penalties of what somebody would pull here that way. $27 billion fraud case in the United States. The slap on the wrist that they'd get here, but in Vietnam, you get sentenced to death.
Yeah.
Seems like there's a big fucking jump.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So-
And I'm not saying that Vietnam shouldn't have its own laws. That's not what I'm saying. Why aren't the laws here a little bit more
strict to these scumbags?
Yes, yeah. You know what I mean?
Communism works. I'm kidding.
I don't know how communist they are anymore.
They're
I don't know.
still.
Are they like they're still a little ish? They're like communist.
Is Vietnam
Still
communist?
communist.
Vietnam is a socialist republic with a one-party system led by the Communist Party, the CPV, Marxist Leninism.
But they like money, though. I think, and
That's
you're
how
allowed to own property. I think.
All communists love money.
The Toronto Police's latest solution to people having their houses broken into because thieves are trying to take their key fobs to steal their cars is that you should just leave the fob near your door so that they don't need to break in. Check this out.
To prevent the possibility of being attacked in your home, leave your fobs at your front door because they're breaking into your home to steal your car. They don't want anything else. A lot of them that they're arresting have guns on them, and they're not toy guns, they're real guns.
Now this has got me thinking, is it rude if I don't leave the gas?
I'm moving out of Canada if that's what my police commissioner.
Well, remember I watched a video side by side with him saying that, and then the guy in Florida or Texas, the sheriff, and he said, you know, when they break in your house, you shoot them, and you should shoot them, and we like when you shoot them. And there's a gun training class every Sunday at the.
There's one right around the corner of my house. 3 days a week. There's training.
There's a training class you can take to make sure you shoot them and kill them, so the system doesn't have to deal with them. Everyone's like, yeah, that's how you should be. And in Canada, it's like just leave the keys at the door so they can just take your car. You know, that's all they want. Not shoot the motherfuckers when they come in your house.
Gas tank half full too. So the Toronto Police's latest solution.
It's fucking insane.
That's nuts. I feel bad. I really do.
And one of the comments made a great point too. Is I thought all guns were banned. Where are these criminals getting these guns from if it's against the law?
They're getting either way. You got to understand those guns are out there either way. You put laws; those laws aren't against illegal guns. Like because illegal guns still get through.
Yes,
they still get through, and people still get their hands on them. The same. That doesn't change. The only thing that changes is people legally being able to own them.
So, why is it called the cocktail?
This is interesting.
Is it?
Yes, I learned something new after I listened to this. Yes.
All right. So, I just want to say something. I have zero expectations that this video is going to be good. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes.
Wait, so why do we call these cocktails?
All right. Here's an accent that already pisses me off, Ryan.
Yeah, so they're named after horses.
Horses. That doesn't make sense.
No.
All right. So before tractors and other machines were used in farming, farmers would use horses to plow their fields. But the issue they had with that was trying to attach the plow to the horse because their tail was so long. So they used to cut the tail really short. And they cut it so short that people used to say it looked like a chicken's tail and then called it a cocktail.
What does that have to do with naming drinks after them?
We're getting to that. With people needing horses came people that were going to sell horses. Okay. But if you want a horse to plow your fields, you don't want a horse that's old, sick, tired, that kind of thing. You want a horse, it's young, it's strong, it's lively. So what would they do in order to make sure that the horses look lively enough that people would bid on them? They used to chop up chili, ginger, other spices. And what they would do is they would actually shove it right up the horse's ass. And so obviously when they did that, it made things really uncomfortable for the horse. So they would start acting lively and it just made people want to bid on them because they thought they were young and strong.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I know. So while that was happening, bartenders would start mixing different kinds of alcohol together along with spices like lemon and ginger just to try to make it taste better for people. And then mixology was born. But when people saw all the different spices that were put on the drink, they would turn around and say, oh, this looks like the stuff that was being put up the horse's ass. So let's call it a cocktail.
So you're telling me these are named after a horse? Wait, so why do we call these cocktails?
Cheers.
Yeah, it was...
They call it a cocktail because they had to stick spices up a horse's ass during auction. That's why it's called a cocktail.
Remember, a hip-hop beef is grown men writing angry poems to each other.
Okay.
It would have been great. This would have been awesome had we started the podcast before the podcast, like when we were talking about the Benzino and then
I literally was just watching Eminem's diss to Benzino on Doomsday Part 2 before we did the podcast. And it was actually a reaction video to the disc. But anyway, but it's so true. They are just angry poems.
Until we meet again. Remember, a hip-hop beef is grown men writing angry poems to each other.
In a nutshell, that's what it is. And I like these little things. They really do make you think. These little fucking Skeletor memes, they're great. It's fantastic.
Oh, I thought he would have a bunch of them. Hold on.
Remember, most channels are food channels to cannibals. Until we meet again. Remember.
I didn't get it at first. I'm like, wait, what? Oh.
Most channels are food channels to cannibals. Until we meet again.
You're right, except the Animal Channel. The Animal Channel, not so much.
There's still people watching the animals or some shit.
Interesting.
Remember, when post-nut clarity happens, you literally came to realize something.
Yes.
Remember, the average intimacy session goes for 100 to 500 thrusts. Until we meet again.
That's it. That's all.
Remember,
maybe.
Remember, condoms are made by automated assembly lines, meaning robots are literally helping to prevent human reproduction.
Oh shit.
Until we meet again.
Wow.
Remember.
Yo, after that in my brain, I hear the Terminator music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's fucking. That's so true. It is.
All right. What is this? Hold on. Let's
Oh, yo, because I like things. I love shit blowing up. I love shit blowing
I
up.
missed it again. Try this again. Refresh. Pause. Volume.
It's like your Ant-Man in the it's like your Ant-Man in the barrel of a gun.
Or the Flash in a particle accelerator. Well, not the Flash because you're not running, but
Yeah, that's what it would look like.
holy shit.
It just keeps going. He hits that and something blows up. That's nuts. Bro, this gave me fucking anxiety in my sleep. I dreamt about this.
Let's see. Okay.
After I watched it like 10 million times.
Okay.
I had to send it to you. Bro. Dude, like, imagine. I want to ask this dude while I'm like stitching up a fucking hole in my pants and be like, dude, could you needle this thread for me? Could you? Because I'm pretty sure you could do that. One shot. You got one shot. There's no practicing this.
Jesus Christ.
Thump.
No, I just want to point out if he hits, he's dead.
Yeah, instantly. He's not making a noise like that guy who broke his neck.
No.
Jesus.
One of the comments is there are no old wingsuit flyers.
Well, that's only because I think it only became a thing in the last 20 years. That's why. Okay?
Or they're all fucking dead, Ryan. Or they're all dead.
Oh, I love this channel. This is my new favorite channel. I hope they put out. I watched all of their content already. I hate it. Okay, Mike, is it just me, or is it you, or is it other people out there in the world who like they find a brand new channel or brand new page, you start following, and within that day you're done with their content, and they're like not putting anything out right away, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you're like. So that's what I got with these guys, but it's worth the fucking just the scroll through. I like watching shit get crushed. Also, apparently.
You guys have been asking to see us smash some appliances with that big steel plate. So today we're going to smash this water heater and then this dryer. And then in our next videos, we're going to smash this little cab and this car and this big safe. So be on the lookout for those.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be a little more epic than that. I thought it was gonna
not yet.
It held its ground.
Those water heaters have a pretty big tank in them, but I did not think that it was going to take the hit quite like that.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna it did well.
I thought it was gonna do this.
Wow, yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna do.
That was satisfying. Now they're gonna try it again. They're gonna go at it one more time sideways.
No, and they go higher up. They go a lot higher up.
They have to. It's a tank. It's an iron tank.
Ooh.
Bro, when they hit that little car in the background in one of the next videos, that one's my favorite.
It would have more resistance, and I was pretty.
Which one is it?
I think it says, well, all right. Well, I remember the caption said spaceship car or some
surprised that it sort
They don't have a lot. Oh, they do have a lot. Nice.
You guys have been asking to see us smash some appliances.
So that's the first one. This is the second one.
Today we
I'm gonna move us over.
got the huge steel plate versus an ATM safe. I don't think that it's going to do much damage to the safe, but we're going to find out.
I would go higher up if you can.
Yeah, that took it. It bent it, but it took most of it.
Like, I don't know, half inch. Well, now that it's
That motherfucker's mad good with just manipulating that plate, though. The guy who's running the crane, he's just like, you know that he's had practice. Like, he's done crushed a lot of fucking things for fun.
SUV, instead of just starting with the big steel plate, we're going to drop this safe that we already tried to crush, and then we'll finish the job off with the big steel plate. Since we weren't able to completely smash the safe with the steel plate, we're going to drop it on the car first.
I know the steel plate's heavy as fuck, but I know it's gonna happen, and I just want to point out that like, it's very scary.
First, because he can
Like that's you in there.
Oh, a person would be in there. Yes.
lift it a lot higher, and then we'll switch over and finish the car off with the plate.
You're dead. Something like that lands on you, you're dead.
Yeah, your car isn't really protecting you from
Of course,
something
it
like
doesn't
that.
get the car as flat as the giant steel plate.
It was still pretty fun, though.
So the safest places in the car to get hit is your front and your back. I think the front is safest.
It might be the
more
safest.
metal in front of you between.
You're surrounded by more. Yeah,
right.
your back, depending on the kind of car. I've seen some cars just get shredded, and the person who was sitting in the driver's seat getting pressed up against the front because of how bad it crumpled in the back. So it really depends, I think.
They're not made to handle anything anymore. Like a back in the day muscle car, not even a muscle car, but like from the 70s, those
Just
cars.
an old school Chevy,
Yeah, they could take a hit.
It's still not every day you get to see a bank ATM safe riding shotgun in your Chevy Equinox, I think is what this thing is.
Well, it's sort of a piece of shit anyway.
Look, the back glass even says save. So we saved the back hatch. That's what we were after. Anyone want to buy it?
That landed into that pretty seamless.
Well, the rear hatch is no good anymore. I guess I'll try to open these doors and see what happens. That one doesn't work. This one definitely doesn't work. They're smashed together.
Nice.
It's like a
I
perfect fit
wonder if they
from
try
the
to grab
firewall or the dash.
if it's so wedged in there that it just takes the car up with it because it's just like in there.
Nah, I probably won't.
Back to
Or
the rear
maybe.
hatch. Yeah, these doors aren't going to open either. I'm not even going to try. Well, that's it.
What?
Pretty sick. That seems like a fun job. Like if you could just dick around like that for like 20 minutes at the end of the day. Oh, I don't even remember sending this to you. I don't remember. Oh shit! It's a pyroclastic flow, and they're running away from it.
So it's just basically flowing heat.
Hot ash, yeah.
Yeah.
Like 500-degree ash.
Retiren a la gente ustedes, retiren a la gente.
He's telling them stop looking at it. Go, go.
¡Vámonos, Rocky!
That's fucking nuts. Like I know, okay. You know how like we mostly have lived near water our whole life, right? Whoa, that's fucking close, dude.
Oh.
Vamos, Jorge, vamos, tranquilo, tranquilo. Ay, no.
No le ponen, señor.
Dale. No paren. Ahorita salen su vida. Dele, no paren. Dale, seguí.
Damn.
That was intense.
That was
Holy
fucking close, dude.
shit.
It went that way, and they were able to turn and get away from it. That's fucking nuts. You get caught in that, I think you're cooked in a couple of seconds or some shit. But, or at least you suffocate or something like that. But like we live near water. Like I was just about to say, we live near water most of our lives, pretty much. You know, the both of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And water could fuck you up, right? You get hurricanes, storm surge, tsunamis, all sorts of shit like that, right? Hurricanes, all sorts of crazy shit. But I feel like it's crazier to be on a fucking mountain, even if it's not like a live volcano. Like this thing was a volcano. Like, oh yeah, but it was a volcano a couple hundred years ago. It hasn't erupted in 500 years. Every once in a while you'll hear a noise, you'll feel a rumble, but nothing will ever happen. And then one fucking day, because it's not like bubble of fucking lava coming out, blub, 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 that you see at night. It's usually kaboom and a landslide, and it's fucking hot ash. Just cooking everything in its path. Like Pompeii. Like when you go to Pompeii, Italy, and those fucking people are just like...
Yep.
They're just frozen.
Creepy as fuck.
Yeah, it's like that nuclear flash. Like when you see like the photo flash, I just recently watched a documentary about World War II going into like the bomb and Oppenheimer and shit. And like they show you the pictures of like there's like people huddling from the flash of the bomb, and it's just a silhouette of a person. And they're vaporized.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It's fucking crazy. And that's sort of like a slower way that happens to you in a volcano pyroclastic flow. Moral of the story, kids. Volcanoes are scary.
I'm a professional sports gambler, but unfortunately, my career is at a standstill because I got 6 baby mamas all in the DFW Metroplex. So I can't live in a state that's got legal gambling. In a sense, it will be March Madness. I'm coming up here to beg y'all to make sports gambling legal in the city so I can stack my paper and pay for the illegitimate children. I know some people think sports betting is risky, but I got
Is this a skit or is this real?
I think it's real.
System that can put money in all y'all pockets. Seriously. My system is easy. I bet on the blackest and darkest teams in college sports because blacker the berry, sweeter the juice, and better the jump shot. I also got a sports betting angle that's foolproof. Since y'all want to let all these transgenders up in the league, that is full proof. Since y'all want to let all these transgenders up in the league, I became almost a millionaire betting on Leah Thomas's big ass winning all them swimming meets. And just like these transgender swimmers, my swimmers are strong.
Wow.
That's why I got so many baby mamas. But you know what that means? I got a lot of bills to pay. So I'm sick of risking my life and my freedom on gambling illegally.
All right.
On transgender name is Tiny.
Now, leading into something I wanted to talk about, I feel like now, all right, right now, if you see me looking down, it's because the Rangers are beating the Washington Capitals 3-2, and I have they're the last leg of my parlay for this for tonight.
You bet on the Rangers?
I bet on the Knicks, the Mets, and the Rangers all to win in a three-way parlay, and I round robined it. So what a round robin is, 3 mini 2-team parlays within that 3 parlay. So hopefully there's a minute left. 3-2 if they keep it. And this is
no name bombing.
So me and Tiny, the plan with me and Tiny, and now you might be interested in this, Mike, is what I do now is I take a UFC card. Fight night, it could be a numbered card, right? And what I'll do is I will daisy chain 3 fight parlays throughout the card. And what I mean by that is that let's just say the early prelims is 3 fights. I'll pick those 3 fights in the first parlay and then do this round robin thing. And then what I'll do is I'll pick another 3 fight parlay, but it'll only be the middle fight of that first one, the next one, and then the following one after that into the prelims. And I will daisy chain it overlapping parlays all the way up until the main event, and then it'll be the last 2 fights in their own parlay, and then the main event in its own solo bet.
It's a smart.
It's a caterpillar thing.
It's a smart way to bet too, because I feel taking a 3-fight parlay in an event is a worthy. What's the word I'm looking for? Worthy.
It's a good number, like 4.
It's a good number, but it's like a worthy bet, like a not worthy bet, like a
worthwhile.
Yes, but I can't think of the word. Wow, my brain is fried.
A viable bet?
No,
I don't know.
No. I have no idea.
But what I'm doing is that, let's just say, and you don't have to bet a lot of money when you do this. Like on these apps, you literally bet
a worthy risk. I couldn't think of the word risk. A worthy risk.
And the Rangers just scored another goal. So it looks like I might be hitting this parlay.
Don't do it. Don't say it.
So
it's not over until there's 0.
There's 51 seconds left. They're up by 2 goals. So that being said, right, boys and girls, and theys and thems, what you should do is that the next time there's a UFC, daisy chain your parlays. You don't have to do the round robin. I do it because it gives me a little bit of extra coverage. But daisy chain your parlays and make it your own picks. But stick with the favorites, people, because every once in a while, if you have a gut feeling on a dog, put a dog into one of those parlays. But just stick with the fucking favorites when doing this. And if at worst, you'll at least cover your bet and what you make back.
Takedown, switching to the single leg now.
Oh, nice. Picks him out, puts him down.
Jones really grimacing there.
Really grimaced when he landed there and giving up the neck. No, just controlling at the moment.
Looked like he was going for a Japanese necktie briefly. Jones is really
so sloppy.
Looking happy in there, Steve.
No, he really looks uncomfortable.
Oh, Boston Crab.
No.
Boston Crab.
Boston
Crab.
My God. Oh, he's got it. It's the and the Walls of Jericho finishes it.
The only reason why that worked because there were 2 horrible fighters. That's the only reason why that worked.
Everyone's saying this was fake and rigged or something, but
I think the Rangers won.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I think I did the right thing today. This bugged me out. Tell me this is not magic. Tell me. You tell me.
Tell me when you're ready.
All right. So this isn't water.
No, they're two chemicals that, when mixed, turn black. And obviously, there are different materials and stuff like that. I think also if you pass like electrical currents through it, it changes color and stuff like that. So,
Where did we go from fighting a revolution over a 2% tax on a breakfast beverage to what we pay today? And we're taxed on money when we receive it, when we spend it, when we keep it, when we invest it, and even when we die with it. It gets worse. We commute to work to make that money in a car that is taxed again to register on roads we're already taxed to build, fueled by gas that is taxed even further, and many times through tolls that tax you again. And that's to maintain bridges and highways and tunnels that already have billions of dollars, taxpayer dollars, allocated to them, and they're still falling apart. And then when you get to your office that is taxed to exist, in a corporation that is also taxed to do business, that almost certainly requires permits and other things, which are another tax, you are paid a paycheck that the corporation must match another payroll tax on top of what they have to pay you. Then you go to a home of which you are taxed to own every single year that we bought with money that the government already taxed us on. Oh, by the way, the more money you make and the more you pay in taxes warrants the government taking more and even higher percentages of your money. Now, if you're angry, hold that thought. Our federal tax code is 2,600 pages, 400 pages longer than the unabridged version of the Webster Dictionary. But if you read that tax law cover to cover and you did your taxes solely based on that, you'd probably go to jail. Why? Because that does not include the over 9,000 pages of additional IRS regulations that were never passed into law, but rather written by some bureaucrat sitting in his office that we still have to abide by. Congress never passed that. How did we go from...
Did you send that to me? I think you sent that to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Definitely.
It's crazy.
Yeah. One of my main motivators for why I moved. Because of how much I realized that, like, you mean I could have easily just pocketed like $20,000, $30,000 more dollars a year if half this useless shit didn't exist? You know, boggles the mind.
This video is coming out of New Smyrna Beach in Florida today, April 24th, 2024. The crazy part about all of this is there's still no official word from authorities. And the only reason why local media started publishing stories about this crazy explosion is because people from TikTok and Instagram started posting videos. But yet, no official word on what the heck exploded out in the ocean.
Yeah, that was
saying.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it. It's New Smyrna Beach. But the thing is that this wasn't the only video that I saw. You remember how, like, the UFO video that I sent you, like South Florida UFOs and the helicopters?
No, this is more confirmed.
Those military helicopters I see flying over all the time. Like, that's just a running joke in my neighborhood is the helicopters, right? But this explosion, mushroom cloud looking thing is in another part of Florida, but I've seen other things to confirm that there was something that happened, that they said that they were doing a controlled burn.
A controlled burn?
There you go.
What? That's a mushroom cloud. Take a look at this.
What the heck?
That is crazy.
Yeah, I think it bugs me out. I don't know. Like, and the thing is, it's easy to fake these videos, though, right? Like we were saying before, it's easy to fake these fucking videos.
We don't know. You don't know what to believe anymore. But I think that was a little more confirmed than the last one we shared. You know, think so.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe they are like doing some sort of like testing, gearing up. Like they say, like a lot of shit is to gear up. You know what I mean? Like a lot of, like if you look at the markets, a lot of people are starting to, you know, make moves as if there is some sort of like a move to go to war or something. So,
Well, I feel like this season of the Dipshits, we're going to be talking a lot about that.
Season 4 of the Dipshits is the what do we call this? It's because they already did World War blah blah, right? World War III sucks. The Cold War was done, right? Like, what now? What now? The War on Terror that's so fucking played out. What's the next one?
I don't know. It's the war on truth. You don't know what's true anymore, what's fake.
War on reality.
The war on reality. That's what it is. It's it's the war of reality on reality.
Well, back again Wednesdays and Sundays at 9:30.
It's the war of reality on reality.
Peace out, Dipshits. Back again Wednesdays and Sundays at 9:30.
It's the war